Congress demands accountability for DOGE spending. Is it worth the cost? A pressing controversy is unfolding as Senator Richard Blumenthal from Connecticut demands a thorough accounting of the true financial toll caused by the government's efficiency directorate, commonly known as DOGE. This issue could reshape how we think about government reform efforts and their real costs. But here's where it gets controversial. While DOGE claimed to be cutting waste, new analysis suggests it might be costing taxpayers billions instead of saving them. On July 31, 2025, Senator Blumenthal, who serves as the top Democrat on the Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations, sent pointed letters to more than 20 inspectors general. He called on these government watchdogs to conduct a deep dive into DOGE's expenditures and actions within their respective agencies. The senator's request highlights suspicions that DOGE's initiatives have gone far beyond improving efficiency, potentially damaging essential government services. In his letters, Blumenthal asks for a comprehensive evaluation to uncover the full financial impact resulting from DOGE's operational decisions. Specifically, he wants the inspectors general to examine costs linked to sweeping federal agency reorganizations that included mass layoffs, the cancellation of grants and contracts, some reportedly for partisan reasons, and suppression of activities that generated revenue. These factors might add up to more harm than the public has been led to believe. This call for accountability aligns with a recently published minority staff report which paints a grim picture of DOGE's financial outcomes. According to the report, this so-called efficiency drive has led to at least $21.7 billion in wasteful spending across various federal departments, a staggering sum that contradicts DOGE's stated mission to curb government waste. DOGE was established by former President Donald Trump on his very first day in office, tasked with trimming government spending and reducing employee headcount, especially focusing on technological aspects of government operations. While billionaire Elon Musk was involved initially, pledging to save up to $2 trillion, later having his projection to $1 trillion. He withdrew his participation earlier this year and has since engaged in public disagreements with Trump. Critics argue DOGE has missed the mark by ignoring the government's largest expenses, like mandatory social programs such as Social Security, which represent a huge portion of the budget, but fall outside DOGE's scope. Moreover, some DOGE programs have been criticized for being counterproductive. For example, paying federal employees to stay away from work actually incurs additional costs. Previous attempts to calculate DOGE's savings have been fraught with errors, leading to skepticism about their reported efficiencies. The White House did not provide any comment when asked about these concerns. Delving into specifics, Blumenthal's team points out a deferred resignation initiative that has cost taxpayers approximately $14.8 billion. This estimate was reached by taking the average federal salary and multiplying it by the roughly 200,000 employees who accepted buyouts under this program. Recent news shows that over 154,000 federal workers took this offer, which was rolled out via email early in January. Beyond resignation costs, the report also considers expenses related to reinstating employees who were previously terminated and the cancellation of various agency programs, further raising the financial and operational costs of DOGE's measures. The report concludes that instead of improving effectiveness, DOGE has actually weakened crucial government agencies, impairing their ability to serve the public efficiently. It calls for watchdogs not only to account for immediate financial impacts, but also to investigate the long-term damage in terms of loss of agency capacity and essential government functions. Speaking to NextGov FCW, Senator Blumenthal emphasized that the evidence clearly shows DOGE was never truly focused on efficiency or saving taxpayer money. He urged the inspectors general to seriously consider the findings and launch thorough investigations into the careless decisions made by DOGE's leadership. This raises a provocative question. Can government efficiency efforts genuinely achieve their goals when faced with partisan pressures and flawed execution? Or are such initiatives doomed to create more problems than they solve? What do you think? Has DOGE been a necessary reform or a costly misstep? Join the conversation and share your thoughts below. Senate Democrats push for DOGE audit and West Point appointment controversy. Heads up, senators are sounding the alarm that a jokey tech collective called DOGE may have wormed its way into the very computer networks that store Americans' most sensitive data, and they want every digital breadcrumb exposed. Under a newly introduced Pick Up After Your DOGE Act, Senators Sheldon Whitehouse, R.I., Ron Wyden, and Elizabeth Warren, Massachusetts, demand that the administrator of Elon Musk's DOGE collective hand over a complete map of every federal agency and IT system the group has touched. Once that list lands on the desk of the U.S. Comptroller General, the Government Accountability Office, GAO, would launch sweeping performance and security audits of those systems. But here's where it gets controversial. Senator Whitehouse accuses so-called DOGE boys of masquerading as watchdogs against waste, fraud, and abuse while allegedly creating exactly that, potentially